new air hero, new hero abilities, new buildings, and so much more in this Builder Base 2.0 sneak peek number 1. No time wasted here. We have a new hero machine in the Builder Base. You unlock it at Builder Hall 8 and it starts at level 15. Welcome to the Battle Copter. Here is a look at the Battle Copter at level 15. Now the stats are subject to change for all levels, but it's worth noting that it will target every building. It has no favorite target, so it won't be defense targeting. It's essentially like a battle machine, but in the air. It's a really nice troop to have. It'll definitely make air a bit stronger, I think, in the Builder Base. But now I've got to show you its active ability. Alright, so here is the Battle Copter in action, and here we go with its ability, and bam! What? That looked like it did nothing. Surely that's a glitch. Let's have a look. So we're charging up the ability. You see the blue bar on the left-hand side. We're going to charge it up to use its ability. It's going to be done on an army camp. Surely it wrecks this army camp, right? And yet again, that was really disappointing. Why is that? And this brings us to my favorite change in the entire update. It's a complete rework of the abilities of the battle machine and the battle copter. In the past, you'd just be spamming your ability as soon as you got it, but now there is a lot more tactics in it. So if we have a look at the battle copter right here, as you can tell, you've got that first bar of where the blue is, but now we've got 2 extra bars, and this signals an extra tier of your ability. So the longer you go without using your ability, the more these bars will fill up. So if, as you saw there, I used my tier 1 ability because I wasn't willing to be patient. But what would happen if we, say, waited to use our ability and it was tier 3 instead? Alright, this is the moment of truth. You can see that battle ability is just about to get to tier 3. How much damage are we going to do? Here we go! Boom! That's an insane area of effect. The battle machine ability is even cooler. Now, it's worth noting these 4 buildings you see here are all the same hit points. Keep that in mind. So we hit the tier 3 ability and let's see what happens. So the battle machine hits, and oh my word, how sick is that? So a few things worth noting. 1, it only chains 2 extra buildings, and also it can jump over the 1 tile gap you see here. But I wanted to test out a couple more things for you guys. So exact same thing this time, except we've put a 2 tile gap between these 2 buildings here. Let's see if it will make the cross, and it does not. So the chain can only work when the buildings are within 1 tile, whether it be straight or diagonal of each other. So something worth keeping in mind for your attacks. The next part of the sneak peek I want to focus on is the new troop abilities and the attacking UI. Have a look at the troop bar here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's going to be really handy for identifying your troops to see which troop's ability you want to activate at any point in time. But let's get into it. 6 different troops. We're going to show all of the abilities in this attack. And the first one is the cannon cart, which now has a switch mode ability where it can switch in between a mortar, as you see here, and a cannon cart. The mortar is longer range but less damage. Cannon cart shorter range but more damage. As you can tell there, the mortar actually puts a question mark when it has nothing to shoot at, and as you can tell here, it's a switch mode, so you can spam that ability as many times as you want. There is no cooldown. Let's move on to the Boxer Giant. So Boxer Giant coming in here. Now, it still has the same passive ability that it always used to. Look at the damage it did to that wall on the first hit. Absolutely insane, so maybe worth bringing 2 of them to a battle, but its active ability, which you can use once, is the Boxer Block. Now, I'm deliberately waiting here because I wanted to show you something else here. If you don't hit that troop ability, it will activate when the troop's on 1 HP. Kind of like hero auto ability in the main village. So nicely done there. This one is the bomber. It is the bouncing bomb ability. And this is a cooldown ability. Because as you can tell, that little blue bar going above the troop, that's slowly increasing. If the bomber lives long enough, it will be able to use its ability again. So really cool, nice bomb ability. Let's have a look at the Night Witch here. Night Witch coming in from the bottom. Here's its 1-time ability, and it's a Raged Bat Swarm. Those Raged Bats put in absolute work. Take down 1 defense really quickly, but then they die off. Definite buff, but maybe one of the weaker abilities. Here is coming the Dropship, and it has its Skeleton Bomb. Have a look at this. So you hit that 1-time ability. It does a lot of damage on impact, and then it also spawns a lot of skeletons, so definitely makes the dropship a lot stronger on those high HP buildings. And then the last one is the Power Pecker, not the Super Pecker, the Power Pecker. Maybe they're bringing a Super Pecker in the main village, and there is the 1-time ability, kind of like when it dies, but except It's still alive at the end. Oh, the poor mortar on the left side. We left it with nothing to shoot at the entire battle. That is 6 of the troop abilities. There is 1 troop I didn't get in this attack. Now, the one special ability that I missed was the baby drag one with its fiery cone. As you can tell, it is a one-time ability. I didn't think this was a very good ability. I don't know what it can be used for because it's such a small range, but maybe I'm wrong about it. Hopefully I am, because it does look visually amazing. But yeah, one-time ability there for the baby drake. And then you can tell these remaining troops here are the same as they always was. The beta minion can shoot from range, archers and barbs do their thing, and the hog gliders just sound awesome. But unfortunately for these troops, they don't get anything cool. Hopefully they do in the future, because I'm loving these active abilities. Okay, so a lot of you might be wondering, well, Hooked, what happens with these 2-phase attacks? And what better way to shoot than a live attack here? So notice, in this attack, I've used 4 cannon carts with my battle machine, and 3 cannon carts have died. 1 is about 70% HP, and my battle machine is 50% HP. So we clear the base, open up a new section of the base, the troops disappear, and suddenly we're on the second half. But let's note a few things. My cannon cart that survived has gained around 24% HP. How has this happened? A new building in the builder base is the healing hut. Essentially, troops that survive the first stage of your attack will get a certain percentage of their health recovered in between stage 1 and stage 2. The healing hut's unlocked at Builder Hall 6, and obviously the higher the level, the more health recovery you'll get. You'll also notice I now have a 7th and 8th army camp in here. How did I get those? This is due to the reinforcement camp, which is unlocked at Builder Hall 6, but you do get a second reinforcement camp at Builder Hall 9. Essentially what the reinforcement camp does is it gives you extra troops for the second stage attack. You can't use these troops in the first stage of your attack, but as soon as you move into the second stage, they will appear in your army camp. But what if you don't want to use your battle machine who's at 17% HP for the second battle? Well, good news, you can use your battle copter and it's full HP. So you want to plan your attacks accordingly. It's also worth noting that my cannon cart that I used in the first battle cannot be switched out, whereas you see the 4 baby drag troops at the end, the 2 that I didn't use in the last battle, and the 2 from the reinforcement, I can switch them out for other troops. Well, that's it for the very first sneak peek of Builder Base 2.0. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of this. I actually love this. I'm really looking forward to grinding this. Maybe I'll play with some of you guys post-update, because yeah, this looks awesome to me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the first sneak peek. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for sneak peek number 2.